Slanky, but you were impressed with Bergvall's role in the
Yeah, I mentioned about the physicality, and he certainly brought it into that midfield, and as you said, a really bright start. He's highlighted there, you want to try and get him on the ball because he's a spare player, and this is where I mentioned physicality, dominating the midfield, and he's brushing off Joe Linton there. 40, 50 yards he's travelled with the ball, and that's what you get your territory football, and it gets you up there, gets numbers up there. Nice little setback to Porro, and then Solanke does really well, maybe because Botman's not up to match fitness because he's coming back into the team, but gets across him really well, and does what every striker should do, head it back across the goal and down as well, and the keeper's got no chance, but perfect start for Spurs, and they were really good in the first 15-20 minutes, and that guy there would have been impressed with Solanke's goal.
He would have been, and then another English forward getting the equaliser for Newcastle 140 seconds later, Joe, but does Spurs cause their own problems here?
Yeah, to an extent. I talked about it before the game, why I want the centre-halves, Archie Gray and Dragistan, are so important that they, once the Brandon Austin doesn't play early, they get themselves in a position where they can be on the half turn and facing forward. That doesn't happen. Austin gets a little bit impatient, plays it to Archie Gray, but the thing is, it's not dragged Isak out of position, so Newcastle are able to press with men, turn the ball over, and this is a great finish from Anthony Gordon, such a sharp finish. You know, me and Karen have been discussing this to the letter of the law, that he's not a handball, he's not made himself any bigger, and once you lose possession in that position on a pitch against a team like Newcastle, confidence they've got, Anthony Gordon, absolutely brilliant.
The VAR deemed that it was by his side, his arm in a natural position, and the contact accidental.
I think it's a handball, but nevertheless, this is the second goal. They work it really well, Newcastle, to Murphy. He's been really a threat there. Spence not tight enough, and look, he takes a little nick off Dragistan, and the form that Isak's in, he's certainly not going to miss from there. But, you know, Newcastle, I thought Spurs were the better in the first early part, but Newcastle then started to control. Spurs got tired, and the midfield of Newcastle really started to dominate the rest of the game.